Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing another did they stay or did they go video. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on fragrance, beauty, self-care, and body care. If you like that type of content, don't forget to subscribe before you leave today's video. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here with me today, and I appreciate you guys so much. So let's go ahead and let's get started. All right, guys, so if you are new to my channel, Did They Stay or Did They Go is a type of video where I update you guys on a previous haul that I've done on my channel. Usually it's a haul that I did a while back. It could be months, it could be up to like a year. And I'm just working my way up from all of the hauls that I've done in order. So today I'm going to be updating you guys on a celebrity perfume haul that I did. I am going to put a picture of the thumbnail up on the screen along with a link so that you guys can watch that one if you want, and you can see what my thoughts were when I first got the fragrances. And then in this video, I'm going to update you guys and let you know if I kept the fragrances, if I decluttered them. You can watch that video first and then you can watch this one, or vice versa. But today I'm going to be updating you guys on whether I kept the fragrances, decluttered them, because if you are a true fragrance lover, you know that our noses can change so much, or we can get tired of a fragrance, or we could end up loving a fragrance that we didn't like at first. All right, so the first fragrance that I'm going to be updating you guys on is Britney Spears Midnight Fantasy. Now, I picked up this fragrance because I was hearing so many people on YouTube and reading reviews and even subscribers letting me know that this is a fragrance that gets a ton of compliments, that it's very popular with men. I had a few of you like share your story with me on how that fragrance is super intoxicating and everyone loves it, and I was just so excited to give it a try. So I did order that one, and in the haul, I did enjoy the fragrance. I do think that it is a nice scent. It reminds me of like blueberries. It smells kind of like candies. It's very sweet. I will give you some of the notes in this fragrance. So I didn't even let you guys know, but I did declutter this fragrance. So I believe I gave it to my aunt. So this fragrance has plum, it has sour cherry, there's raspberry, orchid, which I have realized that I really love orchid in fragrances. There's vanilla, amber, musk, freesia, iris. It's a really nice note composition, and I thought that I was really going to love this one, but I decluttered it because it got super duper cloying on my skin. It gave me a headache. It made me kind of nauseous. I have been curious to try it again because that was a really long time ago. I think it was kind of like a year ago, and I feel like back then I didn't really enjoy fragrances that had cherry in them or plum. So that has changed a lot recently, and I do enjoy those a little bit more. So I'm thinking about giving it another try soon. I think it smells nice. It's very sweet, and it is known to be a compliment getter. I think that it is a very easy fragrance to gift as well because it is pretty crowd pleasing. It's not super complex or anything like that, but I feel like that one just wasn't for me. So that one isn't in my collection anymore, but I would love to hear what are your thoughts on Midnight Fantasy. Do you love that one, or is that one that you just don't like? So now we're going to move on to the next one, and the next fragrance is Jessica Simpson 10. I was very excited with this fragrance because I feel like it was very unique, and I love the way that it started off as one thing but then dried down into a different type of fragrance. I don't have this one either. I decluttered it even though I really did love the fragrance itself. So the notes for that fragrance are clementine, water fruit, nectarine, carambola, plum, and then the middle notes are frangipani, tiger lily, jasmine, and orange blossom. And then the base notes get super gourmand and creamy, and it has white chocolate, vanilla, sandalwood, tonka bean, and driftwood. The notes of it, I was just so obsessed with it. And when you first spray that fragrance, you get like this blast of fruits, watery, very sweet and girly. I just loved it so much. And then when you get to the dry down, you start getting that chocolate, the tonka bean, the vanilla. It was just so beautiful. But the only issue that I had with that one was that it just disappeared on my skin. Yeah, it was just a really nice fragrance. And I mean, what can I expect from a very affordable celebrity fragrance? I mean, I can't expect it to be like beast mode or to be like a crazy intense fragrance, but it just didn't last nothing on me. So that Jessica Simpson 10 is a beautiful one. If you're looking for like a gourmand fragrance, a fruity fragrance, and you want a very affordable option, I feel like it's not really talked about. I don't even know if I've ever seen that fragrance in a video before, but just know that the longevity on it is not the best. It's more one of those fragrances that you can wear to bed or to be home. It's like a very cuddly scent because it does dry down to like that gourmand chocolate type of fragrance. So if you are okay with it not lasting super long, it's a great one. It's affordable. You cannot go wrong. But that one did leave my collection. And then up next, we're going to talk about one that is still in my collection, and this is one of my top celebrity fragrances. I do have a video on my favorite celebrity fragrances. I'm going to include it here on the screen as well. But this right here is Justin Bieber The Key, and this fragrance is just amazing. I love it. I recommend it so much. And the notes for this fragrance are pear, boysenberry, mandarin orange, osmanthus. Middle notes are peach, water lily, and pink jasmine, and the base notes are musk, vanilla, raspberry, and woody notes. This fragrance is just so unique to me. It is like a very shampoo-y, girly type of scent, but in such a different way from what we are used to in girly fragrances because of that boysenberry. It is super like, it's just the star of the fragrance. It adds like this cleanliness to you. Like, you smell clean, but you smell clean in like the most provocative, sexy way. I don't even know how to describe it. And you know something, now that I'm smelling it, it kind of makes me think of Ellis Brooklyn Myth, but like an affordable version of it and a little bit more fruity because Myth is a little bit more clean. This one, you have watery notes, it's fruity, it's like kind of like a shampoo, it's girly. It's so good, and it lasts a long time. I was so surprised by the performance of this fragrance. I hope that it's not discontinued because it is such a beautiful fragrance, and if I find it online, I'm going to post it in the description box. I'm going to put a link to it. I did get this bottle either from FragranceNet. I don't remember which website I got it from, but if I find it, I will link it for you guys. But when I put this fragrance on, especially if I wear it at night before bed, I will wake up the next day and my PJs will smell like it, my skin will still smell like it, and it just creates the most beautiful scent bubble around you. If you want kind of like a clean fragrance, but you still want it to be fruity, you want it to be juicy, girly, kind of like a shampoo fragrance, but usually fragrances that give off like that shampoo vibe, usually they have like apple in them. This one, it has pear and then that boysenberry in there. So I think that's what makes it a little bit more unique, and it is just beautiful. I love it so much, and I definitely recommend this one for sure. So next up, we're going to talk about one that I don't have in my collection, but I still have it here in my home because I did give it to my daughter, and this is Nicki Minaj Onika. I think that this fragrance is really nice. There is nothing wrong with this one at all. And the only reason I got rid of it is because it reminds me a lot of Radiant Nectar from Clean Reserve. And that one lasts way longer on me than this one does. This one I would spray it and literally in like 2 hours it would be gone, or maybe even less. So the notes for this fragrance are pear, carambola, which is starfruit, mandarin orange, and the middle notes are orchid, osmanthus, and water lily. So as you can see, there's kind of similar notes in here to the Justin Bieber one. And then the base notes are sugarcane, white musk, and cedar. So in this fragrance, I feel like the pear is kind of like the star of the show. It's just a very nice, fruity, girly, very watery type of fragrance. Oh, it's so good. Clean Reserve Radiant Nectar is they're not dupes for each other, because that starfruit in here definitely adds like a unique touch to it. But I will say that if you're looking for a girly, juicy pear fragrance, I think, especially if you're looking for an affordable option, this is beautiful. I'm not the biggest fan of the bottles, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think it's kind of cute, and I do prefer it in person than when you see like pictures online of it, but I don't know, it's just not my favorite. But the scent is gorgeous. That starfruit really does add a little bit of uniqueness to it, and it's nice. My daughter's not wearing it because she prefers her Ariana Grande fragrances that I gave her. So who knows, maybe I might steal it and put it on just to see how I feel about it after a year. I feel like it just doesn't last on me, and when I first put it on, it is so beautiful. It's stunning. I love it. It's fruity, it's sweet, it's juicy. It's just everything that you kind of want in a fragrance. But then literally in like an hour, it's like poof, it's gone. So if I wanted to keep it, I would just have to know that I'm gonna be spraying it like every 2 hours, and I'm gonna go through it really, really fast. So that's the only downside to this one, but I still think that it's beautiful, and for an affordable option, it's really, really nice. It's just not in my personal collection anymore. But these fragrances are really nice to gift to maybe like a teenager who's getting into fragrances. It's just fragrances that you can gift, and you know that they're crowd pleasers and they're going to smell good to a lot of people. And then the last one that I also don't have in my collection anymore is Rihanna's Rebel Fleur. And this is the original one because I purchased the original one first, and then I did purchase the flanker, which is called Love Always. And I just can't do either of them. Love Always is much, much better. It's much smoother. It's way more tolerable, but there's something about that scent profile that just always gives me a headache, and it doesn't make me feel sexy. I know that it is described as a very sexy type of scent, and I agree with what is considered to be sexy, but when I wear it on myself, I don't feel sexy at all. I feel like it makes me feel more mature. It makes me feel a little bit more like tough. I don't know how to describe it, but it just doesn't make me feel feminine. And I know that for some people, it's the total opposite, and they absolutely adore that fragrance. But the notes in that fragrance are peach, plum, and red berries in the opening. The middle notes is coconut, tuberose, hibiscus, and violet. And the base notes are vanilla, patchouli, musk, and amber. I feel like even though it has really nice notes in there, the patchouli just overrides everything. It's what I smell the most. It makes it very strong, headache inducing. I don't enjoy it, and I almost get like, I know that there's nothing in there with that, but I don't know why it almost gives you like a tobacco type of vibe or something, but like in a way that I don't enjoy it. So I did get rid of that one, and I also got rid of Love Always. Pretty much to sum it all up, I only kept one fragrance out of all of those fragrances in my collection, and it is the Justin Bieber one. I think that is just so beautiful. I love it so, so much. So that brings me to the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so, so much for being here with me today. Comment down below if you own any of these fragrances and what your thoughts are on them. I love to chat with you guys. Cannot wait to talk to you. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.